have the lab, have the laptop. Sorry, I have the tablet. I have the tablet sitting on the wall to see what type of trade show was on, or what type of trade show I already missed and I won't see again till next year. But let's see all the upcoming trade shows if we can pick it up. Right here at the Jacob Javits Center. Checking out all the upcoming trade show. I don't know if most of the trade show is going to come up. Once upon a time, that the Thai show is on up to the 17th of the 14th to the 17th, 2026, Thai Sphere. Jacob Javits for the longest time used to have show guides, but due to the technology and the internet, they stopped printing it. Everything gone on board online, where you have to search it up or look up what upcoming trade show will be at the Jacob Javits Center for 2026 or throughout 2026. Dear oh Lord. Let's see if I can zoom on to the security in the airport. Let's zoom and see them. I'm not gonna be able to see what are coming through. Let's leave it at that. Coca-Cola, man. Show I missed out. It was January 11 through 15. January 11 through the 13th. That's a showing it. since I already missed out. That's like a dog show. See? The retail show. If I blow up this, you can see all those in the retail. That's my bag on the wall with my police etc. My cell phone not working. So for now, let me just cut tape and edit because I already missed a few show already. I even know it's the boat show and the car show was ending of the year or the start of the year and I missed it. But sometimes I used to go to all these trade shows, these different category trade shows, whether they have new management now or not. Even now with my 2 corporate seals stolen from government in storage with breach of contract, when judges robbing and stealing our job, property, house, nest egg for our children our business, corporate sealing, storage that they're supposed to pay for under reasonable accommodation violation for injuring and damaging and traumatizing us throughout the year to silence us with legal malpractices and medical malpractice. The works is their corruption. Government is the problem. Government and banks is the problem that stealing a lot of people portfolio from children. We need repatriation to get back what rightly ours, and I'm not going to stop until they compensate me righteously. Because all the trade show that I used to go to, with all my badge and more, it used to be in my house, in my basement office. I did have a basement room, and every trade show I go, and I wear their badge to the trade show where I could prove myself having to go to all these trade shows before I think I've been going trade show from 1990, 92 into 94, 93, 95 onwards. Even when it 9/11, ordered things from, I don't know if it was the gift show, and so on. And I didn't get many things that I paid over $5,000 for due to the eviction. The judge them wasn't supposed to continue eviction after 9/11 mandatorily, but they did their crime on the Civil RICO Act because a lot of judges is dirty with their bad business practice. They don't serve and protect under the Constitution and more with our Bill of Rights and our kids' Bill of Rights. They just stealing from our asset to get bribe, gift, vacation, and the works. It look like I'm gonna have to go to school and do an investigation course to try to audit many of these judges, how they get their asset and money. Guys, my cell phone is not working. These cell phone built to rob us with iCloud, Apple, all of them. You know? And I have over like 200 cell phone with over and here you could say 500,000 pictures and video all together. It's from many trade show and more that I put from one storage to the another in my house and more that they stole over these many years. Quarter century, because if 25 years plus is coming since Judge Cat and Judge Levert forced me inadequately out of my house under mail fraud, sewer service, void sale, void deed, foreclosure, and many others. You know, the contract is void and it's breach of contract, bankruptcy court and all of them, foreclosure court and eviction court, covering up their crime with banks over. So it become a big tree, small axe, but definitely when I may see my phone in my hand, but it's not working. And out here freezing cold now, Ross. At the time feel like it, the temperature will come back little because it did well cold before, like an hour ago. So I'm going into an here maybe 15 minutes with this and cut it off. It's now 13 minutes something. And you can see that gentleman walking with his camper. Continue to steal my stuff over and over and over again for bigger storage company and banks and corporations. See? Because everything and anything I had acquired with wealth and more from my house, my business, my equity in my house that I rebuilt it over with lead poisoning. Lead poisoning to my kids. This is why I laced the house 3 times with 3 mechanic lean. I laced it before the pre-foreclosure for $264,000 when we rebuilt it. That's why it was to shell down the whole property after the inspector said it was 100% lead-based poisoning on the interior, exterior. No way we're gonna sheetrock over this 1946 house. The inspector told me it was built 1946. So all the interior, exterior, all that lead-based poisoning, pretty much that gave my kids, you know, eyelid level with lead poisoning in their blood. And these things can just lead to learning disability, cancer, and all other form of disease, but government is the problem. Will comply with them, and they still have banks stealing our assets. Shame on Judge Cat, shame on Judge Levert, shame on all the judges them and court administration in Queen Civil Housing Court, Queen Supreme Court, Kings County, Brooklyn Bankruptcy Court, the District Court, the Second Circuit. Shame on all the judges who doing their Siberica up to this day to cover up these crimes. More than they follow the chief appellant judge to vacate, reverse and dismiss it, knowing the judge told them as it is. They took my house and foreclosed, evict me at a time when I did just declare Chapter 13 on September 22nd, 2000, between 9:57 a.m. and the foreclosure was the same date, September 22nd, 2000, between 11 to 4. That's how long a foreclosure can go on in the court. So if I beat them by a hour plus, they did frustrate my peace to continue harass me. Didn't give me a breathing space one bit with their prejudicial error and mistake, and the mail fraud, the tax fraud, and 10 other fraud these judges doing it in all the court system. These judges are worse than a mafia or a gangster. These judges, if the court administration, they administrate them rightly, they would give justice long time from the void social issue. But they so corrupt with the wrong they did. They try many a thing to want to think I must give in, with all their denial, all their corruption, all their scheme, all their tricks and trickery. Thank God for common law over statute, because any reasonable man can understand, as I tried to tell the judge the other day from the Supreme Court judge with the hearing on January 12th, I think, 2026. It's void. It's a void social issue. Jew lawyers, investors goes around the 5 boroughs of New York and all other states within the United States and the world, robbing and stealing people's assets with banks. I said it. Anybody don't want to say it, that's their prerogative. We need repatriation. And I have a 200 million lawsuit pending now, so I'm not going to give in to it. Because I gave them more than room to drown themselves with the evidence package, with their legal malpractice, medical malpractice, the silent us, false imprisonment and more, as they took my kids and tried to silence me further with medical malpractice. That itself is a HIPAA Act lawsuit with a Siberica lawsuit and more. The United States government allow banks to get bailout while they sell out people. That's why they had Occupy and more, you know? And that's why they have the 2006, 2007, 2008 housing crisis or financial crash all over again. Because the bank and the government is greedy. They under their own conspiracy to, you know, do their trick and trickery against mankind and the world. The travel show is on the 24th to the 25th. I'll attend that show. Because sometimes when I go to the travel show, I get to sit into seminar to re-educate myself. I get to meet all sort of business, travel people and more. To say one day if I want to cruise even around the world, when I, you know, these judges compensate me for the wrong or the injustice they did. Great injustice they did. Tell anybody that. I went over my 15 minutes. It's now going 20 minutes, in fact. It just touched down on 20. So for now, let me just cut tape and edit.